We're still in the Court of Appeal as the appellate court struck out the appeal filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission challenging the judgment of the Federal High Court, which stopped the EFCC from retrying former governor of Abia State, Orji Kalu, on a 7.1 billion naira fraud charge. A three-member panel held that the court cannot adjudicate on incomplete records of appeal. Judiciary correspondent Celestine Area reports again.
In line with Order 8-1 of the Court of Appeal rules, the registrar of the lower court shall within 60 days transmit the records of all proceedings to the Court of Appeal. When the registrar fails to do so, the appellant shall within 30 days gather and transmit the records to the court. In this case, the records were not compiled or signed by any person known to law. When the records were finally transmitted to the court, they were incompetent. The Court of Appeal cannot adjudicate on incomplete records. Counsel to the appellant is a private practitioner. He was contracted to attract competence in the case. However, that was not seen.
Today, the court reinstated the fact that rules of courts are not made for form. If there are extant rules of court with regards to transmission and compilation of records, you must have to comply with same. You can't just overlook it and then think that the court is a marketplace.
We can come back to the Court of Appeal easily with this same issue. The merit has not been determined because the appeal was only struck out and not dismissed, because the merit of the issue has not even been touched at all. It has not been resolved at all.
A federal high court had on December 5, 2019 convicted the former governor of Abia State to 12 years imprisonment for committing fraud during his time as governor of the state. The judgment of the High Court was, however, set aside by the Supreme Court on the ground that Justice Mohammed Idris, who delivered it, was already a justice of the Court of Appeal, having been elevated. The Supreme Court judgment delivered by Justice Ejembi Eku ordered that the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court to hand over the case to another judge for a fresh trial. Mr. Kalu, however, went back to the Federal High Court and obtained an order prohibiting the EFCC from initiating fresh prosecution of him. Justice Ian Eko, who issued the prohibition order against the EFCC, said that Orji Kalu was not expressly stated in the judgment of the Supreme Court. The federal government appeal against the decision of the High Court was dismissed for failure to produce proper records of proceedings of the High Court. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.